Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
What is up, guys? What is up? How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. How's it going? Mr. Alphaballer, how are you doing?
Mr. MGK, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Trench Capital. It's like episode 3.
I think so, yeah.
Well, man. Yeah, doing well. We got some interesting topics to talk about this week. Have a full-packed week, you know?
There's been a few things happening. I'm hearing we got lizards in the Pulse-chain ecosystem. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. But we should. I think to start off, I think we should go straight into the charts. I don't know about you, but have you been seeing what's going on with Bitcoin right now?
I've been looking, usually what I'm expecting from the previous weekend, because somewhere it's still weekend, so Bitcoin hasn't priced in, but it's been ranging, and maybe that's actually good. When I see that Bitcoin is ranging during the weekend, it's not a bad thing.
Well, I mean, like when we first, at the beginning of this month, I said sell in May and go away, right? Like it's a common expression. Sell in May, go away, in this whole idea of maybe in quite a bad month. And obviously it didn't start that way. But then now, if you go look at the monthly chart, it's not looking that great, mate. And obviously,
yeah, you got some hate about that, when sell in May and go away, because most of the people are like, yeah, if you're a daily trencher and you try to catch some, low caps, just play the same game that you buy and sell in the next 10 minutes, maybe you got lucky, but most of the people didn't.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Selling in May and go away on most of the alts, and even like Bitcoin was actually the history repeating itself. So
except if you bought BNB the last couple of days in Hyperliquid.
We're gonna speak about that a little bit later, man, because that's definitely an interesting. I would say, you got a little bit of war in between BNB and Hyperliquid. So we're gonna go through that a little bit later on in this stream.
So let's talk. Let's get straight into the drama, right? So you tell me, because I hear that you are a PDAI maxi, and for those of you that are unaware who've not heard, there's some big new Paganin narrative, or I don't know. What's the drama, man? What's the PDAI drama? You know more than me, so yeah, let me know what's been going on.
What's been going on? Actually, a lot has been going on with PDAI. Let's start about that. It pumped a little bit.
Okay.
When PDAI pumps, the whole Pulse chain goes in rage mode. That's already when everyone is focusing right now that PDAI is gonna flip the Pulse chain itself in market cap. That's that's a rage where you get from the Pulse chain maxi, Hex maxi, and I know you've said it sarcastically that I'm a fucking PDAI maxi because I get a lot of hate. I'm always going front in front. I'm in the front of everyone getting in the battle against PDAI guys, because it seems to me like a no-brainer. So let's start with a easy thing where we have like Nathan, the old guy, who he was constant. Actually, he was one of the guys.
He is the man. He is one of the big core group guys that was talking about this kind of stuff, right?
He was pushing PDAI so hard, and he was going mad on my post from the old days about PDAI this, PDAI that. He was like close to all those guys who were pushing PDAI in the beginning, and he was so committed to it. And his brain, he literally said himself, he got brainwashed. That's what I like to call them brainwashed, because they're like, oh, I'm a believer, but a sheep in a way, because you got a bitch that cheat on you 3 times or more, 4 times, and then they go back and they're like, okay, maybe not this time. You know,
But
maybe
it,
not
but
this
it all
time.
falls into the cuck narrative, right? Like, 'cause, you know, there's quite a
It
lot of
does.
like creators that talk about the cuck chair and like how to do the pegging in and all of this pegging stuff is low-key super weird.
It does. And the weird part is that Nathan, like probably the last month or so, he went back completely, almost left out Twitter, X, and he went back attacking the PDAI guys. And he's like, you know, this is demonic. This is like those guys. You should not trust those guys. And he's been going ham, which I was shocked in the beginning. But after that, it's like maybe it's just some kind of realization that more people have to get. And I'm not saying, because we have also Somi on the other side. He's a great guy. He makes like tons of videos. He does in some way brings a lot of eyes to pool chain, which is great. But he's going full retardio mode, shilling the PDAI. And you know, they're trying to find something new. What's new? You know, how this thing is gonna peg, but if it's a stable coin, it has to be $1, but it's not. So it has someone to buy it, you know, which is very.
It's interesting. Let's put the video up. I'm gonna check it up on screen here.
Yeah, we can look at this because those guys like Nathan, he was calling like even Somi, you know. I don't know how implicated, but I know Somi is like got good backs and he wants PDAI to pump. He's like full narrative, so he was going. After Somi being inside and one of the lizards who was like compromised by the system pushing PDAI. So yeah, let's hear. It's like a small clip.
Let me know if the audio comes through. Okay, all right. Just give me a thumbs up.
Actually, it does not.
Wait, hold on. Let me share screen again because I don't think I put the audio on properly. Yeah, I can do it like this. There we go. Share audio. Perfect.
Yeah, and this is not even the main drama. The main drama, I would say, and I've stated my comments on that because they are saying, oh, PDAI has fixed supply right now, and it's like, oh, the code, it's working how it's supposed to be, but they're like, oh, we found a new way to mint new PDAI. We have a pulse chain layer 2.
We'll go on to that. I've got the statuses up. Yeah, we'll go on to it later. Let's chuck it through.
I went down all the rabbit holes. Okay, I went down all the rabbit holes. All right, I'm doing this to help you. Okay, the people that you're following, like Somi, they are not your friend. Okay, they are full of shit. They are full of shit, and you are in danger. You are in deep fucking danger. You're in a den of wolves. The echo chamber that we're in on X is called Area 414, where humans can communicate with the AI. Okay. We are unwittingly involved in the beast system. I went down all the rabbit holes. Okay, I went down all the rabbit holes. All right,
is that it?
I'm doing this to help.
Yeah,
that
was like what he was calling, you know, like.
So it's kind of like a
it's just like a small, yeah.
Right.
Let's say Nathan, he lost a little bit the plot, you know. It's when we speak about the echo chamber, it's like pulse chain is echo chamber. Everything is down bad, you know. It's on not only him, but I think what happened with PDAI, because it's getting extracted for the past 3 years.
Right.
And it's not like something random. Like, okay, pulse chain also maybe sold by, you know, some of the guys that we don't even know with the big bags. And definitely controlled and manipulated for the right time. PDAI is the same kind of thing on the other side, but it's been exploited.
It's a cult within a cult. Like, let's keep it all the way 100, right? Like, you have like, so crypto has its own, it always has its own cults, right? We can say that Bitcoin's a cult, but also specifically Pulse Chain is a cult. It's like, you know, you give someone $700 million and they're crying about their legacy and people complain because some people have sold. And then you've got PDAI, and PDAI is a cult within a cult within a cult, right? It's like, it's just, you know,
with quite an interesting history and exploits, which
Yeah.
what I would say, like, it was extracted good, it was manipulated very well with the thing that they push this narrative of pegging, you know, and they're always constantly trying to figure out, oh, so this should failed, how do we move forward, what was the new thing, you know, how. And most people like, why it's not at zero, why would it be at zero when the same people that are pushing this narrative can milk the system for quite some while, because
this is what they're talking about, right? Like someone like Royson putting this stuff up. Royson used to be on Spaces with me. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know what he's doing, but structural advantage nobody talks about. And PDAI, the most underrated part of the thesis is actually the fork contract argument flipped positively. MakerDAO took years and hundreds of millions in developer time to build and audit. The PDAI system inherited all of that battle-tested code for free. The attack vectors that existed on Ethereum DAI were mostly discovered and patched before the fork. A new stablecoin built from scratch would need years of audits. PDAI's contracts are already the most audited DeFi code in history by proxy. Has RH written all over it. ETH is our testnet.
it is that. Yeah, you know what's funny? Because those guys, like the PDAI Max, they will always find something positive, but they refuse to see about history and what, like, the same people, they prove themselves that they are extracting and not actually being beneficial for the PDAI, even if they want to peg it, right? Because they've been doing some weird shit. They like extracted all the PDAI that was available from the contracts, and they like just instantly sold that. And those were actually the same guys that were pushing PDAI from that back in the days. You have like Maria, who's mistakenly in the beginning, how the history with the PDAI started, that he mistakenly swapped all his assets into a weird pulse chain copy coin, you know, and that's how the whole narrative started to build around that, which was actually, I think he spoke in one of old videos, like live, he himself, you know. So everything started from there. And yeah, right now, let's say the most hated coin is pumping, kind of, you know, and the more it pumps, the more outrage it brings from hexicans, pulse chain people, and they got like just a big cult behind that, man. It's so hard because every time you try to confront them with the facts, with the history, and how everything is just shown on chain, they just come, what if? That's the biggest argument a PDAI holder or a PDAI believer would have. Like, what if? You know, what if Richard pumps PDAI with a sacrifice money?
Richard's already talked about this already. You know,
they still believe he's behind that. That's the other side, the other side of problem, because they still believe, like, okay, and they want it to peg without people buying, actually, but people have to buy if they want to peg. They're like, oh no, the system itself will fix and will peg.
This was a post I saw recently, right? Like, just to bring it up on screen. This again, Somi talking about it, and he was saying the following: the big diagram, the big picture shows the entire ecosystem, the PDAI derivative markets, plus a gated L2, plus a pulse chain cores. Some of these, like, I've seen CDAI, PRVNP compound, but they've got rid of PWBTC, I see. So that's not part of the ecosystem, or are we just not including that? We're just keeping it as
probably it's not included. It's still part of the ecosystem. It's like P-Wrapped BTC. It's still probably one of the strongest right now in the P-Copy ecosystem. It still can be minted with the main keys from the guys who control the DAO, but they have to come on Pulse chain and utilize all the keys to.
Like, they're really good at road mapping. I will
They're
say that
very good at adapting the roadmap.
the roadmap seems to change a lot. like bottom line, everything is already built and on chain. The missing piece is an L2 bridge and minting activation. When that
The
goes
thing
live,
is, they were just screaming. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah,
they were just screaming for weeks and months. Oh, fixed supply, no more increase and everything, you know.
Mm.
And now they're saying, literally showing, hey, we found a new system. Maybe I'm not even sure because I haven't gone too deep on that. But they are saying we found a new system. How to milk the system more? How to mint more PDAI?
yeah. I mean, 9 Iron Capital hasn't ever shown its face, and I think there's a reason for that.
We did had some confrontation with him, but his replies were always "what if," and then probably we like blocked each other because there was nothing. Sometimes it goes like that, you know. We're trying to discuss, but you can't find a common ground. They do have a real, but that's the thing.
WBTC isn't on this fucking thing. They don't, excuse my language. They're yeah, okay.
That's the fucking
Look
thing.
how many
that
tokens from the ecosystem now.
I
We've
know,
got like
I know.
IUSD, we've got CDAI, we've got ADAI, we've got fucking PRV, PComp.
You can argue that it's an interesting ecosystem because they are always trying to make it so big, so complicated, and bring like something interesting, you know, something interesting that people believe, oh my god, it's the fucking new tech, you know, people are really working behind. But it's like, hey, how can we make it go like 5x from here and just milk the system a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you look back, there is literally no new people entering this
Yeah.
ecosystem as well. Not speaking like Pulse Chain also is kind of that. So there is not really people paying. Maybe the same old guys that sold Pulse Chain back in the days, they're maybe like, oh, let me look around. Maybe I can find an entry, maybe the right time, and I can spot like a short-term trade. But there is no real people entering Pulse Chain ecosystem that are like, okay, I believe it can be like the next 10, like dominating layer one coin, right?
There it is for you. Like that's the price right now. It's $40 million market cap. 2-0.
Actually, it's about 80. I'm not sure if Dextol's price it in correctly, but
Okay.
it's about 80 million market cap, and they have like multiple liquidity pools. Yeah, chart wise, it's holding good, but it's holding good also because they have one of the strongest cult and community in the Pulse chain. You can't argue about that. Like,
still,
I don't know.
Yeah.
What was that? They want to pay. And the other thing that I always debate and constantly fight is like they want for it to peg, but they are putting target A. If we pump like 2-3x, if we pump 5x, if we get like the 0.1 target, you know, they're constantly peg it. It's a stable coin, but constantly want it to peg and make gains. So why you just don't treat it like a meme coin, shit coin, you know, with something behind that? That's the weird thing, and I truly don't understand.
No, fair enough. I mean, speaking of stuff that's actually been pumping though, and not bad, you know, it's had a couple 100% increase. But speaking of which, Binance has been pumping, Hyperliquid's been pumping, and Richie made a bit of a complaint with with Ethereum, right? I'll bring this up on stage. And the funny thing about it, for someone who doesn't, let me take this down and replace it with Richard's post here. For someone who says they shouldn't complain, or like you shouldn't really be complaining to the founder, I agree with him in the post, actually, to be fair, right? Because David Hoffman was kind of pushed forward by the Ethereum Foundation, And now he's saying like Tom Lee's down $8 billion on Ethereum, and Vitalik decides to write a sci-fi novel. Crypto wasn't created to make you rich; it was created to set you free. And he's basically saying, Ethereum, let me explain how a bit how stupid you are. I think this kind of rhetoric and this kind of language probably doesn't help.
He always uses stupid,
No, it's just-
retarded, and some other weird combination of words.
Instead of supporting me, who's rumored to hold lots and lots of Ethereum, you supported this piece of shit. You're sorry. Why I sold my Ethereum. I agree. You know, Nuna said, "Bro, let's get together for an interview or fly and meet you out and meet you." And is he going to take the offer? You know, like, why is there no marketing on chain? It's because he's hiding. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. You have, let's take it easy. You have 5 coins that you launched, and all of them are probably like minus 95% at least combined. Would you take this opportunity and go live, speak about that? Because,
well, I think if you've got your new project out and it's down 60% from its all-time high, you talk about the new project. But I don't know how you think you're going to grow your ecosystem without any marketing or anything being done on your end. Like, Doodle Pads isn't marketing. I'm sorry, but it's not great marketing tool. So, like, what are you actively going to do? The thing I don't like about the whole situation with the launch of Pulse Chain, especially after the sacrifice, he only seems to market when he wants to do sacrifices. Right, the marketing campaign just bumps up really, really heavily during the time when he wants to raise money. So to me, that seems pretty disingenuous, in the sense, like, okay, where you have to keep the momentum going, right? You have to stay relevant. And I think he gets pissed off now. He won't do the numbers that he used to do back in 21. Of course he won't. You know, he had his big win. Right, he lifted his trophy in 21 and did the 10,000x, and you know, everyone was on top of the world. But then you're going through the banter era, as some people say in football. It's like this era where you're doing shit, and everything that other people have said about you has come correct, and people who are close to your inner circle as well. So what do? Do you rebrand yourself a little bit more? Do you get out there? Do you go back to what's worked previously? And what worked previously was getting on live stream, speaking, talking about crypto, talking about your ideas, talking about your philosophies and stuff like that. Because if he was doing that, I believe that the investor sentiment would be different, right? There would still be belief.
right.
We go back to PDAI, and I'll give him credit where credit's due. They're deluded, they're off their rocker, but they do have still belief. They still have belief in the kind of foundational teachings that they get from Somi and whoever's, you know, putting out 99 Capital's theories and stuff like that. So
they have the vision.
They have that belief still in the system, in something that's going to happen. I don't know if that's the same in Pulse Chain anymore, or under Richard. It's like, what is Richard going, like? What's Richard doing? You know, going forward, I don't know. And just because your products are down so much, like, okay, so's Charlie Hoskinson's products. He still does interviews. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. He's still active. You can't expect things to happen if you don't do anything.
You need better marketing tools. That's for sure. And
what do you mean by, but when you say that, what do you mean by better marketing tools?
Better marketing tools. So I would say he has to get really in a lot of podcasts. He has to explain his vision and why he's doing what he's doing. Because only sitting on X and typing, and he's mostly typing random stuff that's definitely decolorated from everything that is going on with crypto, right? Because we haven't seen like some actual valuable information that people would say, hey, okay, let me follow this guy. Maybe his ecosystem is good. And it's so diluted. And we're speaking about podcasts. We're speaking about live streams that he can do himself, or he has to get interviewed with like Ryan as well. There are like some other multiple big streamers that are probably interested to stream or co-host a stream with him. You have click farming. You have there are so many tools that can be utilized and push the idea. But I do have to agree with you on the PDAI and Pulse chain, because I believe Pulse chain in some way and Hex has lost the vision and loyalty, and that die hard where, okay, we still believe it can go to those prices. Whereas PDAI, there's whatever, no matter what it happens, they're just like, man, it's going to $1,
It's definitely going to $1. Yeah, I know. They still have that thing. I mean, there's your price, right? There's your prices, right?
We haven't looked actually at those prices at all since we started the live streams, and I'm surprised. What are those prices? This is like live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, this is from the all-time highs. Yeah. So
from the all-time highs.
Yeah, you go back on the all-time highs. It's crazy, actually, that it is. Am I right in saying that that's like 5% of the sacrifice price? Am I wrong in saying that? 0.05x.
Yeah.
I might be wrong on that, but
all around, it's like a cheap. I'm still like a believer in Pulse chain, but in what sense? I'm a believer in the community. I do believe that this community with a great momentum and something strong behind can like really go far. It can really go far. But there has to be a change. Like if it continues like that for the next 2 years, there won't be anyone left. Probably maybe some PDAIs, because
there's always going to be people left. It's just like what becomes of the chain, really. Like I don't really know. You're trying to compete with other chains, and you're trying to compete with stuff that's out there. And I think
like BNB, BSC,
Yeah.
Are you trying to be like in the top 3, top 5 at least?
Yeah, I agree. Like I think that was the vision that, like, certainly I tried to. The reason why I got into it, I was like, okay, well, I actually think it's it's just a copy of Ethereum, and it could actually do something. It could actually, maybe not the same level as the top 5, but at least get in the top 10. And go give a good account of themselves. Because the big thing for me was, like, for many years, people that came before me were saying, we've always been gate kept. We've always had had it the hard way, and this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, cool. Well, now you have your own blockchain. You've got your own island to do what you need to do on. Like, what's next? What's the future? And then it's just been disappointing. It's just been disappointing in the fact that, like, the response to the SEC and the lack of communication, I think, from top down, that's been the disappointing part for me, because I think people would have believed much more if there was better communication. There was better, people will panic if they see an SEC notification. You saw 30 million come off chain and stuff like that. You have to mitigate the situation. You have to actually prepare people for it. And if you're finding this out from Eric Wall, and then you find it out from the SEC, official SEC, but you don't hear anything from the head honcho, that's bad. It's not a good way to communicate. It's poor. But yeah, just a couple of guys in the chat, and nice to see you guys as well. PDAI's next level cult, too much going on to ignore. It sounds like
It's
someone.
been too much. It's been too much going on, and we have like projects building on top of that, which is actually, you know, a few of the things that you should pay attention. Like, hey, okay, and being on the PDAI side, like for the guys, it's not a bad place, because one of the ecosystem that really lets you like get in early and make some gains, they do have some interesting protocols, right? And it's being because of this community and this power behind you can actually see stuff pumping and making some gains on Pulse chain. Other than that, it's been like pretty ghost town or an
But
echo
even
chamber.
now, like with poor momentum, like I don't know. Someone's asked, "Are you bullish on ProveX?"
I believe we should leave ProveX, the whole ProveX sentiment, for tomorrow, and speak about that, because we can go, you know, through the moment when it was announced what it should be doing, and it's doing nothing as of now. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question that we can go on for about tomorrow.
ProveX to $1. Let's have a look at a couple of things. I still believe
everyone would be happy. ProveX to $1 on Pulse chain. Everyone would be happy.
I still believe we're in position one day to get the most out, get most gains. I mean, hype's gone from $3 to $68. How many X's realistically left? 3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah. 3 to 4 from where though? I mean, HYPERLIQUID's at $72, by the way, guys. Just so you know, it's
that's
I mean,
crazy numbers,
parabolic, bro. It's absolutely insane.
If there is a bull market somewhere, it's on HYPERLIQUID. That's for
well,
sure.
the big thing was, and I'll bring up the chart here. Don't know why, but it keeps doing that.
What? Oh wow!
That's HYPERLIQUID right now. So this is on the week, on the monthly. Excuse me. Let's just go on the daily real quick and squeeze.
You can probably put it on the weekly as well, because it's been following an insane pattern with.
I mean, if you bought that dip, oh my gosh, it's crazy, because a lot of people were telling me about, like, speaking about HYPERLIQUID and how good it was going to be. It's done more X's than ProveX did on this dip, but it's mainly the buybacks. You know, they have that buyback feature.
And let's say like HYPERLIQUID is actually what PLSX should have been, because of the buy and burn mechanism. But maybe the demand is not there. Maybe, you know, it's actually working not in a way that it should be working like that. But yeah, the buybacks and the structure and the founders, the communication. How I got the belief in Hype is I saw like a full big interview, which is what it's rare for me to sit down and read an interview with a founder about the story of Hype, how everything was built, you know, from zero. And only that one article, it was like probably like 10, 15 pages long, maybe even 20. I just went through that and I read step by step how they did pull off the HYPERLIQUID like chain, and they got like perpetuals, and now USA is copying their system because they were doing so good, and that's why it's pumping even heavier, you know, because they have proven that their system is working, and plus the buybacks, and it's looking healthy, man. I'm really impressed with what Hype has been achieving in this like bear market of crypto for a couple of months.
This is the competitor, and I'm bullish on it, actually.
You're bullish on it?
Yeah, I am. I am. I mean, like if we look at the chart structure of hype, right? If we're going off of this kind of pattern here, went down, pumped, dropped a little bit, pumped a little bit, and then it dropped off a cliff, yeah. And the price went down from that local top. Let me just get my tool up here.
Let's not forget that hype had like
4% basically.
74%. Okay.
Yeah. So from its local top, let's have a look where Asta's kind of gone down to. Let me just take that off there for a second. 83% down. If you're counting that wick, if you're coming down to the candle here, it's like 78%. So fairly similar. Right now, just kind of sideways action, no real move yet. But I mean, I see this probably, if this is something that's going to be around for a while and Hyperliquid, you know, why wouldn't you have both? In my personal opinion.
True. We have CZ fully backing Aster, right?
That's right.
He was even buying, bull posting, and we know how he handles things. You know, even if you look at the BNB chart, he really likes to prove his point that, you know, he's one of the best at what he's doing. And BNB has been proving during the last couple of years that it can attract, it can maintain users, and then they can reward because their coin has been going. It's been doing really well. If you take even from the previous button where Bitcoin button, you could argue there was no alt season, but BNB as an altcoin, a top of altcoins, it pumped really well, really well.
Yeah, BNB up just this week, just under 20%. So has been pumping this on the weekly time frame, and yeah, looking pretty solid. It's sitting around 711. You guys can see where I want to buy it. Between like $350 and $450. I don't know if it'll get down to that low, but we'll see. I mean, it was on this basis of this breakout, right? But it's holding up. I mean, it seems to be structuring here. Although if the macro goes worse and prices do go down, it seems to be staying around, you know, just above 500. So it seems to be staying that way. But you know, for me, it's always done quite. You think about the 21 market where it dropped. It didn't drop as much as other cryptos. I think it went down 70%. I think from its top, yeah, 73%. And the amount of money that Binance has and the buybacks that they do, because they do buybacks on BNB. Yeah,
they do buybacks, and they actually CZ and Hyperliquid, they were like not in really good relationships because they were trying, you know, to manipulate each other's in different type of scenarios. And we had like coins, you know, remember when they tried to manipulate some pumps on the coins and liquidate their vaults on Hyperliquid. So they had this competition from the beginning. And right now, when we like CZ saw that, hey, those guys are not giving up and they're like constantly building, shipping, their buyback system is working. And he got a little bit mad, I think, and triggered, and he like pumped BNB 5% in that daily candle, you know, just to prove, hey, we're still here, right? Like, don't forget about us, because everyone like was only speaking about hype this, hype that. Hyperliquid is going to $200. Some of them like are even saying 500, but yeah, that's some unrealistic.
Ethereum dropped down below two grand over the last few days. Obviously, some people are concerned, and you look at the price of Bitcoin as well. It's rallying down. Okay, I know I'm bearish, right? Like,
I know you're bearish. I know
but
I'm actually a strong believer that we could find a bottom, like a slight bottom in June. But let's see.
why
How the,
when you say that, like,
just
why?
just feeling based, right? My type of trading always have been based on feeling.
Just
Maybe
feel, just
yeah,
horoscopes and feels, yeah.
yeah. And when I'm speaking, it's like where you get those small frames where like for like 3 5 weeks where you get like a small bullish momentum and like correction, right?
Mm.
I'm speaking about that. I'm not speaking about the full sentiment correction and you turn into a bull market. But I do see something finding a bottom in like
You had your bottom
early
here.
June. You
You
had
had your
that
bottom
bottom.
here,
You had the bottom, yeah.
right? And then it started pumping for
Yeah, but
weeks, for like 5 weeks on, pretty much 6 weeks.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised maybe we could get like a higher low in the June because people are too bearish, man. You know?
No,
No.
no. I mean, people were too bearish because the price of Bitcoin's down like what 50+% from the top, and then on top of that, like, yeah, 41%. So with all of the money and all of the back end and all of BlackRock buying and buying and buying and buying and buying, and the price is down 40%. I mean, Saylor's down to less than $1 billion of cash that he has to pay his dividend Ponzi scheme to. And there's some real concerns. I mean, he's already said this year that he's probably going to have to sell some Bitcoin. I don't know what you think about him, but he's just such a big monopoly now, such a big whale, and such a big advocate that even a small sale of his Bitcoin stack is going to have a knock-on effect. It's going to have a domino effect. People are going to sell it. Now, whether that's a case where like it's just temporary, it's just a quick sell, and then there's a cascade of sales after that, and then it finds a bottom short. But I don't know. Like when I see that he's using up his cash now, his software side of the business, which doesn't make up most of the business, isn't profitable. It's like, okay, well, how does this Ponzi? How are you going to Ponzi it up? You're not even going to be able to raise more money because you'd have to provide even more dividends. So you're just stacking the commitments up. And then on top of that, you're not going to be able to borrow that much from you're not going to be able to borrow that much from the banks just on the basis of the fact that your debt ratio is quite high now, right? Like you're not going to have the same trust because of the price depreciation of Bitcoin.
Unless the price of Bitcoin goes up and he managed to get more money.
Okay, so
More,
when you see the structure, do you say it's going to go up?
Maybe we
Maybe.
we find a higher low in the early June. It's really awkward at this moment because we have stocks just flying left and right, and this was
Well, who was it? Benjamin Cohen was saying that you were saying this a little bit. I think we spoke about this over the week, and you were saying that Benjamin Cohen was saying that it's probably more likely that when that starts to crash, then that's when the Bitcoin bottom comes in. Is that a correct assumption?
he was basically saying when the stocks find a top, which is not looking right now like a top, it's like looking, hey, it's breaking down, it's going to 8K at least in my age. He was saying when stocks is gonna find like a top and like it's gonna start to fall down, that's when Bitcoin is gonna bottom.
Yeah, it's parabolic.
It's just up and to the right, man. It's like that's what, if you show me the Bitcoin chart from back 3 4 years ago, that's what I would have imagined it should be looking like. right? Up and to the right. But we have some massive crashes. We had some massive liquidation. I still can get out of my mind when I woke up on 10th of October and I saw my altcoins drop minus 90%, some of them minus 99. I was like, what in the world was that?
When?
It was 10th of October when we had the mass liquidation. Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I do remember that day, but I don't think it was.
It was the beginning of everything, man. It was
Yeah,
like,
that was the beginning of the tournament. That was the top, basically, right? That was like your parabola, and then you're dropping off a cliff. Of course.
Yeah, and when you see stuff like that, you really second guess. Probably smart people start like, okay, some of them got filled really well. Some of them are like, okay, done with crypto.
But again, like when people say that this is a bottom right now, it's just mathematically not true. Do you know what I mean?
True, and if you look globally,
it's not following off a cycle theory, right? Which has been intact since what 2014, 2017. I don't know. You look at it and you go, right, a minus 40%. That's going to be your ultimate bottom, and then you go up from there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me? So Bitcoin can't go to, minus 60 or 70%, even though it did last cycle. It went down. We see it on the chart over here. It went down 77%. So we're cutting that in half. That it's able to basically it's be able to hold price structure like that. It's only going to be a 40% dip.
If we do have sailors selling, yeah, we can have like a liquidation cascade and get an easily minus 40% from here. Could be happen fast.
And that's your typical bottom. That's where your bottom usually fills in, right? It's like very quick, But this, for me, when I look at this chart, I'm waiting for this section right here. I don't know if we'll get this section, okay? Because I'm pretty sure it correlated with FTX crash, but I'm looking for this dip here.
I see.
Right? There's areas you see this quite a bit, right? You see zones of structure. We take this section here, up until that dip. It's staying in a price range, right, between 35K and a maximum of 47K, a 10K range, essentially, right? Staying up, down. This all this market manipulation. Take the longs out, take the shorts out, and then it breaks down. Goes down from that 40K mark, dips as far as 25K, finds another very short, but again, it looks short. It's on the daily here. Finds that structure. Let's stick to the daily actually, because I was going to switch to weekly for a second. So going back here, right? Again, here, chop. Weakening, drop off the cliff, and then you could argue, okay, again, another section where it makes a low, but it's also another section of sideways consolidation with some pumps. No breakouts, because the breakout would have to break into this range here, right? Like if it was going to carry on and it's made this bottom, it's going to hit and try to get back into this key support area, which it broke down off of. Where did it go? Well, we went from 24K to 18K, and even that wasn't the bottom. There's your flash crash right there. What have we had on our market structure of this exact time frame? Okay, we dropped off. You could argue that that was a little bit of sideways chop, but really this has been your sideways chop, and then people will be
Yeah,
like,
you
wait,
have consolidation,
consolidation,
lower.
lower.
Yeah, you could see.
We've
You could see.
how much of that ride have we done from the top? I'm sorry, but like this is my question. This is someone can tell me I'm wrong. I'd be happy to hear why they think that is. We broke. I mean, look, we went low, broke up, try to force it, and now we're pretty much coming back into our consolidation range. Now, hopefully, it does break out and keep moving and get back into this section here. But my probability is that it probably will just drop and then head further down, and then find maybe your area around there. Sorry, my head's in the way on
Yeah.
right. Probably drop. And this is going to be your key. So this is going to be an important area to look at. It's like around the 65K mark. It's like, okay, we were at 73K. We couldn't break out over 82. It's a lot easier to see on the weekly time frame. Let me remove all the drawings here. Hopefully that doesn't remove everything.
I would say like my type of trading was also always feeling the vibe, in the market.
Yeah, but vibes is bollocks, man.
Vibe
in the sense of like you can't assess like because like how much of it, right? When I see people like ultra bullish right now, yeah, how much of it is just cope?
But there are not people, like the only people that are ultra bullish are people who are holding hype and BNB,
Sure.
and there are like a couple of them that very small amount that, okay, they're the stock guys. Oh, I sold all my crypto. And like, there are not a lot of people bullish, because you've seen like, hey, even you saw like that guy sold the Hoffman, he sold all his ETH, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen like plenty of other guys like completely sold Bitcoin and went to making rap songs or stuff like that, which you can see those signals. Yeah, you can see those signals.
A bonker, bro. Like he's like the epitome of what I despise in crypto. Like,
it doesn't mean like it's a bottom, but it does show you some real market sentiment, right? Like, okay, we've seen the capitulation wait like a couple of months ago, and we're seeing like even more right now, like even the bigger guys who are like, okay, we're done with crypto, we're just moving to AI, moving to creating something new, and they're not looking at crypto at all. It doesn't mean the bottom is in, but it does mean that the opportunity is there in my eyes.
in crypto?
Yeah.
No, it needs more pain.
Needs more pain.
It needs more pain.
Well, needs more pain or needs more complaint?
A 40% dip from its all-time highs is painful. No, it's not.
I mean, pulse chain guys are trained, man. Been like from minus 90%, 95%.
Take pulse chain away from this. Okay.
You know what's funny?
Everyone needs to be ruined. Ethereum guys need to be ruined. Everyone needs to be ruined. BNB guys, Hyperliquid guys need to be ruined.
MGK, you know what's funny?
MGC, do you mean?
MGC, yeah.
I'm not.
You're
Gun Kelly, yeah?
Right.
Okay, go on.
MGC. So we have the founder complaining about this, but when you see that pulse chain guys or hex guys are complaining about their coins, is like you're cry-fugging, right? So what's really going on, man? Because he's even dunking on Vitalik, but Vitalik, at least he's fucking supporting his own chain, bro. You constantly seeing him publishing articles, constantly supporting projects that are building on top of it, you know.
Yeah, but
he does.
the layer twos have not helped Ethereum, in my opinion.
True, but he's not. He shifted from the layer twos quite some time ago. He's just posting, like, I've read some of his latest supports, and it's been all about ETH. The way that he give exposure to those projects that are building on top of that, you know, Richard can do the pro. There is like a couple of things building on Pulse Chain. You just don't have to post about your feed that is full of strippers. You can post some actual. You can post about some actual real projects that are building on your chain and are making your chain better, right? It's making your chain better than the other ones. Like, hey guys, we have this stuff. So yeah, that's sad, man. That's fucking sad.
Hype has the luxury of being on all centralized exchanges. That's Pulse Chain's biggest downfall. Now, I don't think so, because like, even if you get like that every single meme coin that goes on a centralized exchange like dumps. It never does well, you know. So I get it, the access route, but I think Liberty Swap is pretty easy to use nowadays. Like, if people actually wanted to come, they come. Like, it's not like when we had the first bridge and you could only go from Ethereum to Pulse. No, you can go from Solana. You can go for, it's so easy. 2-minute swap.
2 minutes, I would say 30 seconds, man.
30 seconds, yeah.
So easy to get on.
Feel free to sponsor us. Give us a call. But no, you get what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's just that. I think it's the fact that it's got a really good buyback structure, and it's got big whales that are protecting the price. But then again, no exchange will touch us. The OA holds at 95% of supply because of the risk. That's the Achilles heel. Yeah, I agree with you. PDAI bros, don't complain. We see past the facade. Yeah, you guys do complain. I don't know what you're talking about. every time Richard shits on PDAI, you guys complain. So I don't know what you're chatting. But okay, whatever. PDAI will pay. Fingers crossed. Someone said, yeah, would you rather 10x or Arsenal win Champions League? Yeah, thanks for that one, mate. Great night in Europe. Yeah, which Premier League title did you win? Oh yeah, that's right, you didn't, because we did. But no, it's been an interesting watch, man. You know, it actually, you know what? It kind of felt like Pulse Chain launch. Okay, all the expectations. No, serious. Like, all the expectation, the hype, the excitement, the expectations of like, yeah, it's gonna take off. We're gonna do it. We're gonna win the Champions League.
Bro, I'm gonna cry. It actually was quite close. We're gonna win. It was 1-0. You know, they're holding strong, running.
Wait till you see what's being built. It will be revealed, bruv.
Didn't get the PDAI army, because they're insane. They can run for hours, and they're like, we're building the future stabilized, which is actually not decentralized. It's centralized by the same people that are ruining the show from the first day, you know, from the beginning. But I'm interested to see how it be revealed that, you know, if they find another way to mint and like dump more PDAI, that would be like,
Maria comes back in a different fucking sparkly outfit. I don't like it.
They still hold like a lot of billions in the LP, which is not burned, and there are still a lot of which people just forgot, but there are still any time of the day can be removed and like buy.
Agreed. Zach saying we won last year, Liverpool Football Club. Yeah. Didn't do too well this season, did you, mate? No, shout out to you guys anyway. Did you know there is a secret ward for? There's always a secret something, bruv. Like, why is there so many secrets with PDAI? I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, should I just believe 99 Capital, who just sits behind his fucking screen on Twitter, doesn't fucking do nothing, doesn't show his face for a reason, and makes up these fucking conspiracies about PDAI? It's like,
What if?
What if? Don't worry, I'll buy $100 worth. What if? If it goes and pegs now, how much would it be worth? What are we at? Like 2053, something like that for PDAI right now. So what? I've just done 100x or whatever it is to the top. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the problem is like, let's just say what it is. It's like it's a glorified coin. That's it. It's just like, you know, if you can peg it. But even if you peg it, like, where's the money going to come from, man? But whatever. We've had these conversations before, and the next thing is like, you just don't, MGC, you just don't get it. Okay, you don't drink the Kool-Aid enough. Now, I don't want to go full retard and start calling you guys reptilians like other people.
Reptilians.
Fucking lizards and shit. So, I'm not that retarded. Yeah, did you know there was a secret ward found on Maker? Oh, wow. Why isn't Maker fucking supporting your protocol? They're not. Yeah. It's called Teleport. Oh, jeez. The bridge tool works with Maker, the L2. Yeah, I know, but you see, it's just another. Is it just another thing that has to be done? Or you have to make an L2 now. You know what I mean? It's like, just hold on. I thought the peg was meant to happen like months ago, like years ago, actually, years ago. So why hasn't it pegged yet? You got close. You got to 3 cents. You know, when peg.
Run, man.
It's desperate. To me, it's desperation. It just sounds like desperation, bro.
But you have a lot of people that bought at the top that they were like, oh my God, it's going to $1. It's pegging, right? So many people that have bags underwater. Some of them got break even on the exploits when it went like almost.
And we were telling people about the exploits, but you know, they were just saying, "Oh, you just fudders." It's like, all right,
they're part of the game, man. They're like, this is part of the game. Like,
it's just
you know,
just mental gymnastics every single time it got exploited. It's like, oh, great. I was just like, okay, all right. Teleport join pegging happens instantly. I'll put a bet on it. Doesn't
instantly? Yeah, that's a bet, man. That's a bet.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
Yep.
Give us a time frame. You let us know. We'll do a countdown. We'll do a show for it as well. We'll count down to pegging, and we'll we'll do a little. We'll do celebration stream. You know what I mean?
You know what?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pegged. You know, like.
Bro, you have to put clips, you know. I've seen, bro, every single time I see something with clips,
if you can explain it to me like I'm a fucking absolute retard, like in one easy sentence. No, you can't. You won't. This system and that system, and once we build this out, and once we raise this amount of, where's the fucking 250K that was given to given towards marketing for the PDAI guys? What happened with that money? The lad from the UK, I think it was, right? They raised a bunch of money. Where did that go? No one talks about that and that shitty marketing campaign that he took all his money and started throwing it into his Revolut account. As long as you gay KOLs don't do your gay prayers, okay. All right, bro. Don't get butthurt because you've put all your money into something that's gone down. Look, you know, from 3 cents to fucking 2-3 zeros or whatever the fuck it is now. Yeah, big bite. Yeah, I know. You're like drinking the Kool-Aid, and I'm asking you to be like objective and just asking you to show me what it is. And every single time, like people, actual critics that are really into this kind of stuff, like, ask you normal questions, you just like, oh yeah, they're fudders. Yeah, okay, bro. all right, you know, whatever. It smells of desperation. I don't know. Anyway, let's give my
that's how it goes with PDAI. You know, you don't even have to go that low, because your brain also gets fried from every single comment and every story that they have, or every conspiracy, or the new thing, the new word that they found. Even actually, on the post that Richard posted with strippers of his timeline, they also find the decoding that it's PDAI, which is that's just mind blowing, man. How
someone's made, you know, like on ChatGPT or like projects on Claude, and you can be like, right, your instructions today, Claude. This is your step-by-step plan. You're gonna write the most interesting and elaborative crypto story that you can make, and you're gonna follow this structure, and you're gonna follow everything that Richard Hart does, but then you're gonna put a twist on it and put some mysticism in it, and then, you know, spit out the next big conspiracy. That's how it seems like. It's like they're just shoving through prompts on Claude or fucking OpenAI on ChatGPT, and then just coming up with a new thing. Like the last time I heard about the pegging, okay, was when Catty did the ESM, right? Do you remember the big ESM? Catty and the ESM and the auctions, right? The maker auctions. And when that's done, right, then we're peg. Didn't peg. I mean, great that the exploiter, or that was the first exploit, I think, first major exploit, was not ripping $4,000 at a time off here, just minting coins with fresh air and just selling them like GGs.
And people still buying them, and they're still selling.
Then there's that exploit, and then there was an exploit on PWBTC as well. And there's been stuff like, I don't know, I saw that they're promoting PComp and PRV, and I'm pretty sure that they've had those issues before as well. I know PLUSD or whatever it was had the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know. Anyway. I'm being adjective. Spent all that money on your mama. Okay, bro. Yeah. Okay. You know, like when you start asking questions, or you're putting stuff out there, they just cry. Like, you cry in the comments, man.
That's how it goes with the beginning, man.
Yeah. Do I believe that a Vietnamese kid exploit his chain? I don't believe in Richard's competency as much as you do, clearly, but I don't think a Vietnamese kid, you know, did it. Probably an insider in Bali, maybe.
He's quite happy. He's been able to milk this system for quite so long, you know.
or you know, I don't know, maybe Catty.
Yeah, bro.
No crying here. Yeah, I just find it funny, man. Like, I've had conversations with people send me the same exact video, and I'm like, bruv, like, this is, you know, it seems like there seems to be a new leapfrog event that has to happen in order for the peg to happen. So yeah, they don't understand the power of PDEC. There's no power in the PDEC. Yeah, it's literally just a reload scam, bruv. Let's just say it how it is. It's a fucking reload scam.
New narrative.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap things up, but that's your PDAI drama. Everyone's a lizard, and yeah. Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? Well, I still have my bet on PDAI, because I've posted maybe. Well, my bet was, if it's pegging to $1, I have to give away 100K. of real
When?
cash.
When?
It was posted like 1 year ago. So when it's gonna peg to $1, I have to give 100K.
When's the
Or
deadline? By when?
No deadline. No fucking deadline. It's not gonna peg
So how do
ever,
you?
bro.
So how? So
That's
so
that
a bet's two-way, right? So you win something, right? Surely.
I do win, yeah.
When what do you win? What do you get in advance?
I'll get like probably a couple of millions, billions. It's pegging. So
No. I mean, I'm like, you made the bet with who? Like,
I
someone
made the
in-
bet with everyone in the PDAI community because they were so angry and it's like, oh, PDAI is gonna peg. And I don't remember the exact price, but I was like, guys, if it's gonna peg, I'm gonna give a fucking 100K to a random people who just, was there in comments or just like the post or anything. So final thoughts, PDAI. It's strange to say it's never gonna peg, but it's probably not even do like a 5-10x from here, because even I was with Defi Tigers, I was confronting a little bit, and I was like, he's like, oh, wait until it does 10x from here. So I was like, I could probably put 100K and it won't even do a 2x from here in that coin. But yeah, let aside, we'll still cover more of PDAI findings, and we'll get in this
the
debate.
collateral being put up is a leap of faith. Everything else is just noise. You already had a lot of collateral. I mean, bloody hell, you had almost like 30 millions worth of collateral that came off chain from PDAI, basically. Like, you know what I mean? How much more do you need? 250K for not 9iron. Who was the other one? The one from the UK that did the marketing campaign, put it all into his Revolut account. Who else? What else?
Oh, there were a lot more than that. Just like with the ESM, Katie, the other guys, they couple of millions, easily. So, I mean, if you take in consideration the whole crypto market, it's not a lot, but for Pulse Chain, it was a lot, and for a long duration of time, just a pure wasted energy.
50 mil.
Yeah.
So how much more do you need? Like, I don't know, 50 M's. 50 M's, yeah, decentralized, expensive stablecoin.
Yeah, that's a clip. Expensive stablecoin, only on Pulse Chain.
50 M and it hasn't pegged yet.
Yeah. Final thoughts. I would say I'm really excited about June. I'm gonna look to buy some maybe.
He's saying hundreds of millions. He's saying hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions, right? Okay. Good luck. Rich is a tight bastard, so I doubt that you're gonna get it out of him.
He's gonna call you stupid, retarded, fat, probably, and take care of your health.
But anyway, it's been good. Been good. We talked about all the PDAI stuff. I mean, I was more interested in the lizard stuff. We didn't have that clip. I actually wanted to. I was more interested. I'm not really interested in PDAI narrative. I'm more interested in Nathan's talk. Probably calling Somi a lizard.
A lizard. Yeah, that's interesting. Is it a lizard man because he transforms? He actually transformed from the Pulse Chain guy into the PDAI guy, and he's like having a fake mask on. Somi, what's going on, man? Are you a lizard?
Somi officially a lizard? Okay. I'm down.
Maybe rename you.
Next time we're gonna have to use like a green screen with a lizard face,
A lizard.
like
some clips.
You know that clip of like never go full retard. Like I don't, like when people start going off, like I get really concerned when they jump off the deep end. When they start to put some religious context into everything that's within their bubble. And, hopefully he's doing all right. Hopefully things are going well, but like, it doesn't seem, he's saying like, oh, this changed the market a beast, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 what's coming of it, bruv. Like, I think you're deep in it too much. I think you just need to take a breather, get a few days rest and chill out for a second and just come back.
Or actually, you just go hit the fucking gym.
Yeah,
that's fixing most of the things, bro. You know.
Yeah. Agreed, man. All right, tomorrow let's do some talking about ProveX, mate.
ProveX.
Yeah, is it good or piece of shit? In your opinion?
We gotta find out tomorrow because there are.
You know how the game is in my chat right now. That is like Buck when he talks about ProveX. Bro, the way that Buck talks about ProveX is like a lover that's been with his missus for like 25 to 30 years, like just since their childhood kids. It's the way he talks about ProveX is amazing, and I get it. Like when you got a free 500k, of course you free 500k bonus.
He did well, man. Some people, you know, where they have a little bit of smart mind, fast action.
That's why people don't like your group, guys. Like, we just ask normal questions. Just normal questions. Dietards believe in RH more than anyone. No, you don't. You don't. You bought another coin. You didn't buy his course. You don't. You don't.
Yeah,
you don't you give a fuck about his money pegging your coin. You don't. You don't give a shit about Richard. Let's keep it all the way 100. You don't give a shit. And be honest about it. I'd rather you be honest about it than just pretend that you do. You don't give a shit about it. Yeah. There's no magical code to replace actual liquidity. I agree. Yeah, go on. I'm speaking at the top. Yeah.
It is. It's a never-ending conversation. So I know it's a kind of a loophole to go on the debates with the PDAI's guys because they'll always come after you when you try just to spit like real facts, real conversation, some valid questions, right? They came just what if or stuff like that you have been seeing, and your brain is also getting. So it's not healthy to do it on a regular basis. You just go from time to time.
I don't care, man. For me, I don't care. I just think like they just become like Nathan. You know what I mean? Look at Nathan now. This your boy. This your like number one guy. What the fuck happened to him, bro? He's gone off a cliff. He's gone off a cliff. Mentally, he's not doing too well. Like, go look after him. Reach out to him, man. Like, go look after him, bro. Because what the heck? What's going on with him? I don't know.
We should get him. We should get him for an interview.
Of course, I'd love to speak to him, bro. I hope he's doing it, man. Because it just seems like the whole thing's, like some of the stuff he's saying is a little bit crazy, man. And I know for some people that's kind of funny, but it's concerning. It's just like pretty concerning. It's like mild schizophrenia, but anyway. Yeah. On that note, it's been fun.
It's been fun. I always love to talk and rant about PDAI.
PDAI to $1 is 55,055 X from here. So yeah, I'll chuck $100 at it. Don't say I don't believe, because I fucking put money into it. So shut up. I believe more than you do, bro. All right. I believe more than Alphaballer does, because I'll actually put money into it. Wait for a few X pump, sell, buy back again, lower. I'll play that game. That's fine.
The believer game.
I'm pissing off the dietards right now. It's quite fun. Anyway, on that note, any final thoughts, Mr. Alphaballer? Talk to me.
Yeah. Excited about June, as I said, just to buy some new lows on the coins. And maybe this week we go through more major coins, maybe layer ones, because there have been something like Ton we were speaking. There has been Monad, XPL, some of the forgotten layer ones with their coins that have been like quite bottomed. Also, I'm excited to go a little bit deeper, maybe into the base chain, because as we were speaking about Banker, the previous streams, it actually went up like about 20%, 25%, and it's getting more hyped as it goes away. Other than that, PDAI to $1.
Exactly. You can't say that we don't support the movement, you know? Long goodbyes are ultra beta male. The fact that you have to say beta male is just shows your incompetence, bro. Like, such an alpha, bro. Anyway, on that note, go join the Telegram group t.me/Trench Capital Lounge, and go follow us on Twitter as well. It's been fun, you know, going back and forth with the PDAI tards today. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow as well. Also got Andy Lian coming on Friday. We're going to speak to him in the on Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, so it'll be really good to speak to him, get his perspective as well. Talk about what's going on in the markets and how's things going for him with Binance, how it's been his run in crypto, but also with CZ, his connection to CZ, and really get like a deep dive into the Binance ecosystem. So I'm looking forward to that one. Anyway, appreciate all of you guys. Speak soon. Like, share, and subscribe.